been looking for you.
Chorus? Why's that?
I don't know, but I think it's about the tome he wanted you to transcribe.
Ah, I thought... Well, never mind. By the way, have you seen this new... Neremise mage woman? Pegas, or whatever her name was.
I've heard about her, yes. She's the Scarab, isn't she?
Yes, that's what she looks like at least. But she's from Ostia, just like that Messir Firespark and the Coalman Sharim. Honestly, I don't know what to think of all of this. Wild mages here in the temple? Malphus bless the Grandmaster, but...
Now look at that. It's the Prodigy. Now look at that. Someone who's actually interested in us as people, rather than in our knowledge about the Pyreans. But it's your lucky day. I really wouldn't mind a good talk right now. Hold on a second. Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214. What do you say? A glass and a good talk? There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway. All right then.
Why's that?
I don't know, but I think it's about the tome he...
When I hear you say that, I don't regret for a second that I never came back to Ostian. Even though I've thought about it from time to time. Wow! Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines, and one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women. Stories say he fell in love with one of them, and yeah, you can connect the dots. But to answer your original question, yes, I'm from Ostian. Though we fled the city around 10 years ago. The right choice, as I probably don't need to tell you. The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the word butcher an entirely new meaning. I know, and nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity.
Yes, I should say.
Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore. And still, so many people join their ranks. It's fucking insane. But then again, I guess that's religion for you. Don't think for yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you. At least it was for my brother. I had. He was about 15 years older than me, and was always a troubled child. Rakul. That was his name. You know, my family was very wealthy before we fled. Drapers for generations. The best in Ostian. I suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I, as a woman, wouldn't have been allowed to take over the business when my father would have retired. But Rakul, he just wasn't made out for it, you know? He was shy and introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often Father told him that he was a disgrace to the family. You can call it that, yes. Looking back, I think the temple only gave him what Father wouldn't. A perspective. The feeling of being needed. He spent almost all of his time in the temple after his conversion, and knew the entire Rania, their holy scripture, by heart. Well, in one day, he announced that simply attending the masses wasn't enough anymore. He would join the temple's warriors. Damn right. That's what these bastards do. They exploit the vulnerability of people like him and indoctrinate them with their fucking bullshit. And once that's done, they send them to fight for their holy causes. In other words, their own interests, like pawns on a chessboard. And if they die, then they call it a fucking honor. I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking honey. What solace, isn't it? Now, do you have any other neglected children for us? We're running short on material. Damn it, I hate those bastards. I just hate them so much. He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry. That was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap. Take care.
Where did I put that?
All for the well-dressed mycer and my dame, of course.
Potatoes, garlic, radish. Yeah, that should be it.
Now where did I all for the well-dressed mycer and my dame, of course. Walk blessed. Walk blessed.
Yes, of course it's...
Yes?
Potatoes, garlic.
Walk blessed. All for the well-dressed mycer and my dame, of course.
Where did I put that?
Very well.
Hello. An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you be...
Potatoes, garlic, radish. Yeah, that should
All
be it.
for the well-dressed mycer and my dame, of course.
I put that.
Hymn of the Desert King. Dark as the sun, light as the night. Whoa.
Obulus, my
Red and
Dame,
small.
please,
Lo,
the look.
from the velvet
Oh, thank you. You truly are a good person.
waka. She smiles into the desert moon. Oh, well. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Yes. Is this important? Thou art my light, my glimmer.
My Dame Deluna. And I fell for it. Well, seems the Grandmaster is crazy for you. So who am I to question his judgment?
Transcribe first.
Who are you?
Huh, the notorious prodigy. I was told you know a lot about swordplay. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. Need something? Well met.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Evening.
Unreliable. That's what they are. All of them.
Well, well.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Blade blazes, I just can't bloody believe it. Walk blessed? Oh, yes. Guess what? There is. Some people just don't get the meaning of the word reliability. Huh. You're not from the Order, are you? Then I wonder what the blazes you're doing here. But, fine. Who am I to reject a helping hand? Elia, the novice who was assigned to me, she's supposed to help me transcribe these Pyrian tomes the Grand Master is so obsessed about. But 2 days ago, she simply vanished. If I were to guess, I'd say she's strolling around enjoying herself somewhere in the Nobles' Quarter. I'd go look myself, but I'm lucky if I get to breathe within all this work. Go find her, and tell her to get her bloody ass up here and help me. If you do that, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Strings, you're leaving our world, rising up high to the paths eternal, to the stars.
Who are you?
Easy.
Now blessed you be till the end of all things.
My glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path
No more
I will
weight
honor,
on your
in life
wings.
as in death.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Fades away.
Move
At
along.
the end of the day. Ta-dum.
Greetings.
So many strange faces. Well, isn't it nice? Walk blessed.
In the shackles of rust, presented.
Good evening.
by the poets.
News? Where have you been these past moons? The whole city's talking about nothing else but the Mad Magister. 30 dead novices. Oh, boy. How could something like this happen? Within the Order?
Oh, yes.
Good evening.
Sensual and sweet as sin. Their bodies
A penny, madame. Thank you. That's really generous. May his light guide you.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I wish I'd have crossed the Red Sea once, or seen Kira, the Grand Bazaar. Ah, well.
I just don't see the fucking point. Hmm?
That's just how it is.
Keep walking.
Everything was better in the old days.
What?
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Some people just don't know their place in the world.
Malphas's blessings.
Well, that's just
What?
how he is. Always.
Did you say something? No, I'm perfectly fine. This is a grave. I'm kneeling in front of it. I couldn't be better. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. My sister, Gadia. I don't know if you've heard about it, but there was this incident in the temple. The Red Madness. And you've heard about it. My sister. She was a novice, just as I am. And she... You know, she met this boy. He was only of the manufacturer's path, and neither our parents nor the Holy Order would have approved. She wanted to leave the city with him. Travel the lands. Just like in the bard songs. I called her a fool. I told her that it was our path to serve the Order, and that leaving here would be a sin. 3 days later it happened. She sat in the first row in Europe. You know. You say it as if it were far-fetched. But it is my fault. Without me, she would be with that boy in Dunville, building a new life. It is my fault she was in the lecture that day. No matter how I twist and turn it. This is how it is. Easy for you to say. Anyway, I should go back to the temple. Thank you for your words.
Some people just don't know their place in the world.
Keep walking.